What up, though?
What's good?
What up? What up?
Shay came back. She must like us.
Not really.
Not really.
I had to bribe her with food.
Hey, you already know.
Not Robert with food. Jay. Well, I'm MNG, co-host Jeff No Chaser, and we have Shay because she's back in the building. I think she got the bug.
She might do.
No, I ain't got no book.
I think she got the podcast bug because she been on like 3 shows consistent. It's like a third week. She been doing 3 straight
I might be more than that.
consecutively.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Consecutively.
Man, we feed you too much, huh, bro?
Man, hey, look, so we in the building. We talking about decoding the family generational curse. Now we trying to go ahead and move away from
That's
that.
what we talking about?
We talking about generational curses today, my baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you didn't get the memo?
Her shit almost happened like that other lady shit. No, but I'm with it. Generational.
Yeah, he didn't get the memo, people. He didn't get the memo. He didn't get the memo.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Blind reaction.
So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get into these stats because I brought some stats along with me.
Of course you did.
Of course. I mean, I can find stats on anything. I'm a stat master. Okay? Mm-hmm. Look, if I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, I had the highest stats because I'm that stat master. You know? All right, so I want to start off by actually just giving the definition of generational curse because I think that when we look at generational curse, I think sometimes we look at like the negative stuff like jail and pregnancy and all stuff like that. But generational curse doesn't always necessarily have to mean like the negativity of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no positive either. But it's not. but like when I was looking it up, the first thing I was thinking like, oh man, when you talk about generational curse, I'm like, how many people go to jail? That's like family members. Like, did your dad go to jail? Did your dads go to jail? Like, was it just happening? Just everybody just going to jail? Right. So that's kind of what came to mind. So I had to broaden my perspective on it.
Good job.
What?
Good job. I like that.
I'm gonna get my cookie later and the gold star. All right. So a generational curse is a habit or behavior that has been passed down from one generation to the next, and as a result of an ancestor's belief, actions, or sins being passed down. Now, I'm gonna throw y'all another one. Exodus 25 speaks of generational sin, stating that inquisitors of the fathers are visited upon the son and daughters until the 3rd and 4th generation. The concept applies that unresolved issues get handed down from generation to generation. Okay. Now, I got some other stuff.
It's still a curse right now.
It's still a curse. Even in the biblical sense.
Right.
It's still a curse. Right. It's still a curse. Okay.
Okay. You got some Bible stuff.
No, don't start.
All right. Let's go.
Don't start.
Let's get it.
A study by Central Connecticut State University found that 32.8% of children of incarcerated parents end up in trouble with the law, and other research suggests that children with a parent in jail or prison are 5 to 6 times more likely to become offenders. Okay. Now, according to Resnick and Associates PC, 75% of children with one incarcerated parent will end up in prison themselves. Now,
I can see that happening.
Now, I got something else for you. There is a such thing called 3rd generation curse. Okay. Mm-hmm. A phenomenon where health and success accumulated by one generation are lost or squandered by the 3rd generation, according to wealthfactory.com.
Health?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said. Okay. Now, in conjunction with that, according to Business Week, 40% of family-owned businesses pass down to 2nd generation. 40% of family-owned businesses pass down to the 2nd generation, 13% to the 3rd generation, and 3% to the 4th generation and beyond. Only 30% of families survive the transition from the 1st to 2nd generation of ownership, and 12% survive the transition from 2nd to 3rd generation. The average lifespan of a family-owned business is 24 years, and 13% of family-owned businesses remain in the family over 6 years.
I can understand that.
Okay. Now, last fact, we're gonna jump into the questions.
When he looked for real.
Get y'all something to think about.
He made sure that page is full.
No, don't.
Exactly, fun fact.
Be quiet. Children of incarcerated parents may face many threats to their emotional and physical education and financial well-being, including psychological problems, antisocial behavior, and children of incarcerated parents are at higher risk of for depression and aggression. So, you know, my first question is what do you think about those stats?
I mean, that's a lot to
Take
Process.
for one, I can't remember all of it.
Active listening skills. Active listening skills.
Hey, it
What
could be
was the last one?
it could be active or
You
whatever.
see how I get triggered about my stats?
My brain had paused after the second one.
I'm a data person, okay?
I don't believe that second. Well,
What was the second?
I mean, like the second to last one.
Okay.
The last one's kind of hard to believe because you said it's they what was the little issues that they come out with? Say the issues again.
Oh, so so children of incarcerated parents may face many threats to their emotional, physical, education, and well-being, including psychological problems, antisocial behavior.
I don't believe that part.
Okay.
Antisocial behavior.
I agree.
You do?
I agree.
Mm.
Oh, we had a disagreement.
Okay. Well, why do you agree?
Because I know a few people whose parents were in prison and they were kind of standoffish, and or even so they more so cling to females versus males when we were younger. If that makes sense. Or they're clinging more so to the teacher than their classmates.
I think that's just them looking for what they were missing at home. I don't think that's just because it's. I don't think it's just because of what you call it again, social. What?
Social behavior.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I just think the reason why they do that is because their mother or their father been gone for 5 years, and if you got daddy talking to you and teaching you, it's a harder, more aggressive teaching.
Okay.
And if you got mama at home, it's more soft, feminine. So maybe they don't know how to come at another male, or if they with their father, they don't know how to take. They don't know how to take. What word am I looking for? They don't know how to take criticism the right way. Instead of taking it in like, okay, he telling me something right and I need to listen, or maybe I should. He's thinking like his father, like, I ain't gotta listen to the fuck he say. I'm my own man. Now if his mama teaching him, he gonna be more like, why is this man talking to me? My mom already taught me everything. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's not. I think it's more towards if you got a cousin, an older cousin, or an older friend that can step in and be that father figure while his father locked up, or that mother figure while his mama locked up. I don't think it's because he just like, oh, I'm standoffish toward everybody because I'm mad at the world. He mad, but it's just he don't know how to get it out. You know what I mean? He don't know how to
express yourself.
You can use that, or you can say he don't know how to communicate. Because who's there teaching him was one parent.
Well, not trying to make it gender bias or anything, but I mean, whether it's a boy or a girl, I feel like that if the child has witnessed the parent going to jail, and I think that's kind of like what the stats are not really kind of leaning to, like whether the child witnessed their parents going to jail or were they in jail and then the kid had to be born and just know that their child is in jail. And that could have a different effect because my father is here or my mother is here, and now all of a sudden the police is taking them away and disrupting, that leaves some kind of form of trauma.
Yeah.
And in that trauma, that could create antisocial behaviors, that could create some type of aggression because I had to witness my parent being drugged out of the house and taken away. And now my whole world is turned upside down because maybe that was the only parent that they had.
I think it would show aggression towards police more. Yeah, because the police is the one taking them away. But as far as like everybody else, I guess because he mad or she mad. I mean, I can't say because I always had both parents. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
So let's look at it. Everybody can't witness this. So let's look at it from the standpoint of deportation. Okay. So you got the kids that are staying because they were born here, so that make them, legal aliens, so to speak. But for the ones that are not born here and they kind of came over, they're illegal, working under the table. Once ICE finds out about them, they deport them, but the kids stay here. Maybe go live with auntie. Maybe go into the system.
I mean, I can see a kid hating the world for that. Yeah, because that's the government doing. So he can't really hate the government. So he hate everybody around him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can see that because it's USA. I mean Michigan, wherever, and the government come and take your parents. You can't be mad at nobody but everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Because you got to think about it. Because not only do they get pulled from their house, okay. So now, I know police officers that are a problem, okay, or federal government that are a problem. So then you go from federal government, you go into the police custody, local police custody. So you go from local police custody into child protective services. So now you're dealing with all these different facets of people that all have their rules,
different ways
of how they're going to approach something. And by the time they get to child protective services, ain't no telling what kind of social worker they're going to have. And then they go ahead and they put them into foster care. And you don't know, and depending on the state, the type of foster care it is, whether it's one of them foster homes or they kind of place them with an actual family.
I think it's all fucked up regardless because I don't think people look after people no more. No, I think people look at their checks. They look at their checks.
I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't think people look at their people or kids to say, I'm gonna take this child in. His parents gone. He needs some type of loving. Some people do,
yeah.
But a lot of people say, I'm gonna take this kid in because I want a new car. I want to upgrade my lifestyle. I think that's fucked up because
I on top of that, I can honestly say that I witnessed when I was younger, and I don't care what a person thinks about what I'm about to say, but I worked at one of my cousin's homes or whatever. She had homes for disabled kids, whether it's mental, physical disabilities, and I've sat there, 13, 14 years old, one of the little kids. I think they consider him like a little 4 or something like that. I can't remember how the numbers go, but he couldn't talk or anything like that. And he broke one of the TVs and he breaks up that little boy. And I was sitting there, I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like I was shook. I'm like, so this is what happens in homes, like is this like I know you can't talk or anything like that, but as a teenager, you kind of looking at you ain't never seen it before because you like. Okay, who do I report this to? Like, is this normal? And I mean, like, lashing, like, whipping his ass with just reaching back with the belt and just going at him. And I felt bad afterwards. I'm looking like, I want to go home now.
You can go home, but guess what? That was that kid's home. See, that's my thing. If older people and mentally disabled people, foster kids, all that have to stay in somewhere where we go in and work. Yeah, we still treat it like work instead of treating it like their house.
With no compassion.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? We should treat it like that's their house because it is their house. People are paying rent. You know what I'm saying? That's they pay. Some people pay out of their pocket for that.
Right.
And I think if anybody was to hurt the elderly in that situation or kids or anything, me personally, I'm not speaking for nobody else, but me personally, I think they should get strung up. And I think 110 people.
Should I stop you before you continue?
No. I think 110 people should get a good open shot to their chest. Hand fist, not shot, but fist. Okay. A good 100, we'll say 155 men. Yep, straight shot chest. That's what I think. Me personally.
Whether it's a man or a woman.
If it's a woman, I'll do 175 women.
175.
Yeah, some women don't know how to punch. Some women don't know how to punch.
Chey, you know how to punch?
I said some.
I had to ask the question like Chey, do you know how to punch?
I'm just saying, man, because you hurting a defenseless person.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I think you're a whole ass person for hurting a defenseless person. So why shouldn't you be defenseless against somebody else?
I get it. I get it.
That's how I feel.
So let me ask y'all this. Keeping on the idea of generational curses. Do you believe in the generational curses as stated? So we talk about the third generational curse and the generational curses in their right.
I'm gonna get out to Chey.
But Chey, before you respond, because I feel in my sense, I know that my dad had me at 21, and then I repeated the same actions I have in my son.
Well, you're just a horny ass teenager. That's all that was. That's not a generational curse. That's just I can believe you.
But before it to happen at for it to happen at 21,
he was just horny.
You can say that. I mean, that's one perspective.
Generational curse.
Thank you.
You just didn't wrap up. Shit, you should have wrapped up at 21.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a male there to tell me to wrap up. Had to figure that out from commercials on TV and stuff.
Well, you should have stayed up late night before. And watch.
Anyways, like I was saying. Okay.
Go ahead, ask your question. You don't want to listen to me.
No, I don't want to listen to you because I'm trying. It already happened. It already happened in one generation, which is me. We're trying not to let it happen in the second generation.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? No.
Go ahead, ask the question. Because I'm on some move. Are you want to finish?
No, I'm done now.
Go ahead, Chey. You say I got it, man.
Do you believe in generational curses?
Some of them that you stated, I do agree with, and some of them I don't agree with. But you read a lot, so I don't remember.
What? Look, I can reread it. Look, not the whole thing.
Reread the first one.
The first one states that a generational curse is a habit or behavior that is passed down from one generation to the next and is a result of an ancestor's belief, actions, or seeds passed down.
Yes, I do agree with that one. However, just for example, a family friend.
Right.
She grew up in our neighborhood or whatnot, and once she found out, she was adopted.
Okay.
Once she found out who her real family was, then her mind started to wander, and then she started to do the things that she found out her mama did.
It wasn't a hooker, was it?
No.
Okay. Stripper?
No.
Wait a minute.
She want to take a deal question.
She was on drugs.
Okay.
So you say she found out that
her mama was a drug addict and gave up her.
Okay.
And so she she did with her. She followed the footsteps of her mother
Mm-hmm.
as far as the drug aspect,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't want to give up her child like her mama gave up her. So she cut that generational curse out.
Hmm. Can I be me?
Yeah.
I don't think that was a generational curse. I just think she just picked the shit up and was like, "Fuck it." In my eyes, her mama did the right thing by giving her up. Like, look, I can't take care of no kids. I need these drugs. She said, "Fuck it, me and the baby gonna be out here." That's kind of fucked up, baby. I'm about to be on. Oh, goddamn! Wait a minute, you gonna be hungry?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, am I wrong? Because she kind of bold for not giving the kid up.
That's why. I should have said no.
I'm just saying. Her mother. I applaud her mother. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said,
but it wasn't her decision.
But either way it goes, her kid got taken. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as you know, or she know, before she found out who her mother was, you know, she was doing pretty good then, right?
Yeah.
And then she
you see the look on her face,
like shit, not really, but
you see the look on her face, right?
Well, she was doing better.
From what I can see, she was.
Okay.
I really don't know what was she doing
in the household.
On
right.
The inside.
Okay. I understand that. But when she found out who her mother was, I guess she was like, fuck it. So my mom was like, I'm going to show everybody how I am for real. Mm-hmm. I think it was more, me personally, I think it's a mindset, bro.
Really?
Yeah, because if you hiding it this long and then come to find out this how your mother was, I'm just like my mom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm just like my mom. Right? So you should have got your baby up there, even though your mother, you probably got taken from your mother, mm-hmm. or your mother gave you up. Regardless, your mother didn't come back and try to get you back. So you had a chance to make it. And you chose to go down that way because you didn't see your mother doing it.
Or it could just be in her DNA. She could.
It could be.
You know, because like heart disease and cancer, that is DNA. That is in your DNA.
But drugs is not in your DNA.
Well, you don't know when she was on drugs. Yeah. Was she on drugs before the pregnancy, after the pregnancy, during the pregnancy?
Still in her system.
Drugs can be a part of your DNA. It can be in your system as you're born. Yes.
Well, hold on. Well, you know what? We're not about to get into the idea of evolution. I'm not even about to go into the realm of evolution.
I'm just saying. I think it's kind of just a little bit.
I would agree with you on mindset.
Yeah,
that's what I'm mindset. Yeah. But at the same time, I do feel like that there is a some kind of genetic code that's like because okay. So let's look at it this. If she would have never met her parents or whatever, never met her mom, she probably would have never did drugs. Not dealt drugs, but she probably would have never did drugs. She probably wouldn't have did them.
She probably wouldn't.
If she went as long as she did without doing them.
Exactly.
Okay. That's so then when she met her mom, guess what? Some in that DNA and that code was like, boom.
Like, what if she was just hanging out with somebody and then they had them and then she just wanted to try, and then boom, this is before she met her mom.
So then that means she got the DNA for experimentation.
Man, DNA fault like a book. It's DNA fault. Damn, boy.
What is DNA or mindset? It's all genetics.
Man. No, your mindset is not genetics. Mindset is something that you say, I'm gonna do this. That's mindset. You make your mind up to what you're gonna do. Okay. DNA is some shit like, all right, my old dude had heart complications, and I started having heart complications at a young age. Okay, that's in my DNA. Okay. Or diabetes. You know how you go to the doctor and like, anybody in your family got diabetes or high blood pressure? That's DNA type shit.
Yeah.
Not cocaine. They don't be like, hey, ain't nobody snort cocaine in the last 30 years of your family. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, it's a mindset, man. Only on that tip. I ain't talking about everything else.
Okay, I understand. I'm
just saying.
I see. I can't. He like I'm on DNA. He on mindset. He like it's a mindset thing. I'm like it's a DNA thing.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset choice.
Yeah.
Everybody has choice.
Facts.
Everybody has choices because we can definitely say that. My father went to jail. Then I went to jail. Then my son went to jail. Now you got 3 generations in jail. Mm-hmm. Now, would you say now you can? She was quick with it. She was quick with it. I couldn't even get that out. She like that mindset.
I knew he was gonna ask that. Let me tell you something. Look, me sitting here. I heard him setting up that statement. I promise you, that's not a mindset. That's not a generational curse. That is what you call being black, or being a black man.
But what if it's
I'm gonna tell you why.
But what if it's not a black man though? Yeah. What if it's a white person? What if it's white collar crimes?
If it's white collar crimes,
yeah, you know white collar.
They going to jail.
I was saying. You said was being black, so I was.
Because you used you and your family.
I didn't necessarily use me. I was talking in general.
In general, it's just you don't have. You just got your father. Your father's not general. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's like a family of safe crackers and bank robbers. Like,
well, they whole family not gonna do that because it's not in their DNA. It's not. They're not put in a situation to say, this is what I have. I'm
really starting to feel like we on opposite ends of this conversation.
We are. Matter of fact, we are. Me personally, I don't know why. It's to me, it's not a hate race thing. But it is a race thing. Okay. I think me personally, once again, this is not everybody thinking. I think different. If you're put in the hood, right? If you're growing up in the hood, yeah, and your hood don't have your hood don't have the outreach that you need to get out the hood. You have the illegal and you have the legal. 9 times out of 10, when you go to school, you get into a fight or something, you go and get friends. Okay. It could be a gang, it could be just you and your boys. So I think when you're put in a situation that you really can't win from, you do sometimes go the illegal way and get incarcerated. It's not a generational curse. It's just a generational poorness. Okay. If you poor, you got to eat something. You have to make money to go do something.
So how did he know to go to return to the street though?
Once again,
somebody in his family go out there.
It's not a curse.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset to go. It's a mindset to make it happen, regardless of whether it's legal or not legal.
Basically, yeah. So it's a mindset. You can't say it's a curse because it's a lot of young black kids that was in the hood that didn't go do that because they set their mind on them books and they got up out there through school. And then it's a lot of young black people out here, young black guys to see all the drug dealers that look good. And they want that money now. Okay. So it's I don't think it's a curse. It's just what we see, we go after.
I feel like you had something you want to say.
She always got something she want to say.
Because you say you don't agree.
I don't because me for example, I never seen nobody, go the legal way and, get their money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like nobody in my family that I know of went out there and did things illegal. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's not gonna be a curse, but say in your household, not saying that it is, but saying in your household, you seen your father out there hustling illegally, you're incarcerated now, and you following in his footsteps. It's still a mindset?
Yeah, it's a mindset. Because you don't, if you, let's say, if I see that, like, that's the route I want to go. I want to be better than my father. So if I set my mind to being better, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be better. I'm going to focus on my books. But if I say, if I want that fast money,
you need that money for the books.
I'm going to, if I need the money for the books, then it's always, man, it's always other ways.
You're talking to your father, and your father like, well, you can move this and move that to get your book.
That's when your mind got to be strong. Say, I don't want to be where you at. It's been a lot of kids that's in that situation. They be like, no, I'm not doing that. They try to break the hood curse.
A generation.
No, it's not a generational curse because everybody in the hood is doing it. It's a hood curse.
So there's not a generational curse, but it's a hood curse.
It's a hood curse. Because if it was generational curse, I can put you like this.
Okay.
We take my family for example. My mother and father. Okay. They was in the church. They wasn't bothering now. They wasn't doing nothing. They've been in the church all my life. Okay. Look at my brother.
Hold on, wait.
I mean, I'm just saying.
When we say all your life, that's all your known life.
Yes.
But what about prior to that?
Prior to my life?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Once again, my mother wasn't into the streets like that.
Okay.
Even before me, my mother wasn't no street type woman. She'd go to the clubs, party, drink, whatever, and go back home. She wasn't no street. She had 13 brothers. That was like, no.
Right, okay.
But my old dude, I don't know. Never met him.
So basically, because you got 5 plus X equals C, you missing pieces of the puzzle to even have an actual answer about generational curse.
No.
Because think about it. Because think about it.
I know what you're about to say.
No, you know.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I just threw the alley, man. You about to just scoop it up, bro. I don't want him to talk because I know what he's gonna say. I'd rather you say it.
What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? What am I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't say nothing because C equal Y and X is Q. P is upside down and right is left.
What type of math equation is
this? You don't know your dad, so you can't say nothing. You don't know how you want. You're right. I don't. You're absolutely right. But at the same time,
right.
I
have to agree. I think the whole mindset principle you trying to put out there, man,
it is because
it can't be.
All right.
I mean, think about it.
If it's not a mindset, so you telling me everybody in the hood is selling drugs? Everybody that in the hood?
I'm not saying everybody in the hood is selling drugs.
They done seen an uncle, brother, somebody.
So even the Caucasian folks, so they didn't see their fathers embezzle money. They didn't see their uncles embezzle money and all that stuff. Is that what y'all saying?
They had to see somebody do
it. They can't. That's the whole purpose of investment. You don't. Nobody should know because you don't want to go to jail.
But eventually,
what if his father said to him down like, "I need to take over his business. This is how I did it. I need you to follow."
It could be, but once again,
they play it smart.
They can say no. They could.
But why would I want to say no? And I see my dad out here with these nice cars. I see my dad going to fancy restaurants, nice cufflinks, nice suits.
But it's a lot of people that don't want that
Yeah,
headache.
well respected out where
Nah,
he go.
they not well respected. They
I'm
just
just saying. I'm just saying.
oh, well respected. Well, a well respected criminal. Well, all right, you might be right about that. I don't believe it is. I'm just saying me.
No.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna go with them on this one. Oh shit! I ain't I don't care. It's 13 against 1. I'm gonna stand my ground. My man said I'm standing on business, man.
All 10 toes.
I got at least 9.
All right. So, does the 75% seem overestimated? Now, when I'm talking about the 75%, I'm talking about 75% of children with one incarcerated parent end up in prison themselves.
Chey. Since I'm always talking, is it in the DNA? I believe that. I believe that.
I don't think I can believe that.
I don't think that it's that high of a number, but I believe.
I mean, if we're looking at one law firm statistics, it could just be for that particular area.
I agree
that they're doing their service in. I don't think that accounts for all of America. I think because for all of America, it will actually be lower.
Then again, it will be higher. We never know. I mean, my thing is this: if you see one of your parents go to jail, does that automatically mean you're going to jail? No, that's not what that means. That means that's the core.
For some, it could be motivation
To do something else.
Correct.
I agree with you 100%. That's a fact.
So
that's basically what I was saying earlier. But go ahead. I mean,
so in that mindset, do you think that if a child has seen a parent hauled off of jail, should that child have should you make travels with the child for them to see their parent in prison to keep that connection?
Wait, how old is the child first?
I didn't let's go with a span of ages. Let's go through three different age groups. So let's say 4, 9, and 15.
4? No. 9?
No. I feel like 4 and 9, you could have them write a letter or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not more so let them go to the prison to visit their parents.
Why not?
9-year-olds nowadays are smart as fuck.
True, and then 14-year-olds, they look at it like, oh, dang, my dad in prison. I want to be like him.
Yeah,
or my mom in prison. I want to be like her.
Yeah, but that's the parent to say, you don't want to be sitting here with like I am.
How many of these kids listen to their parents in prison?
That's a fact. Any kid that's been born at the 2000 is different.
What you mean by that?
They different, bro. Y'all different, man. A lot of y'all, I'm not saying all y'all. A lot of y'all different. Y'all retarded. I mean, y'all stupid, bro. A lot of y'all. I'm not saying you. You are an exception. Okay, you are an exception.
Right.
but
what you trying to say?
A lot of y'all 2000 kids, man, is different. Y'all.
Yeah. Well, the issue I see with, and just jump off topic, the issue I see with those generation of kids is that their leniency of being able to put 2 and 2 together and figure things out. There is no analytical skills there. Like from my experience, there is no analytical skills. Like to be able to say, okay, this is 1 and this is 1, I can create 2 out of this. They see this is 1 and say, okay, I see the 1 right there, but
I believe that's all.
That's all they know.
That's it.
How do I
bring them together?
They'll be quick to call somebody saying, look, I need help trying to get 1 + 1 = 2. I don't know.
I don't think they'll do that. They'll say, you know what? I'm gonna leave that 1 right there. I'm gonna go talk to my daddy about a car. That's what they'll do. They not problem solvers. They are I'm gonna go get my parents. I'm gonna go talk to my mom.
Somebody they had a short attention span.
I do too, but shit, I still work stuff. I
mean, because when I think about it, again, off topic. When I think about it, and I think when we were younger, we had to figure things out.
That's because our mom and daddy is like, go figure it out
Every time.
I don't know how to do this. Well, figure it out.
The chain slip on your bike.
Figure out how to fix it.
You and your homeboys around the bike like,
all right, man, let's go. Hold on. My finger. Because I know plenty of people that got that whole skin pulled off.
Man.
But now, my son got a bike. His air went out the tire. He put that motherfucker in the garage for the whole summer. Didn't say nothing. I said, why you ain't riding the bike? Oh, I just don't want to. All right. Come back next summer. Hey, can you put some air in the tire? I'm like, oh, you want to ride it now? He's like, yeah. I didn't want to ride it last time because the air wasn't in the tire. I said, dude, all you gotta do is put the air pump on and push down. Can we just take it to the gas station and blow it up? I said, hell no, get the pump. What the hell I look like? But back on subject. That number is high as hell.
Oh, definitely. I really think that, like I said, I really think they're only really talking about the state they're in. And this goes back to a lot of the statistics that I present on the show. Some of the statistics I feel like they are overstated a little bit.
But I mean, if you really want to look at it as far as like the law, if you give me a stat of saying 75% more Black people are incarcerated than other people, I would believe that.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I would just believe that. A lot of false charges, false allegations, trumped up charges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely believe that.
Just on some straight 100% bullshit.
But even if you think about it, with high incarceration rates of African Americans, regardless of what the situation is, something getting planted on them, or they're in a situation where they're the victim, but then they're turn out to be
the winner. Other people hate to lose, so they call the police.
Mm-hmm. In some situations, either that victim is killed in interaction, trying to relieve the situation and get away from the situation, because for some reason, Black people are looked at as more aggressive and angry. And
that's a generational curse. We look angry.
Oh yeah.
That is that.
It's not a generational curse for her. That's I mean, it's not. I know your mother. Your mother is the sweetest person. Huh? Dude, daps up. What's up, my guy? Never met him.
You said my mom was mean too.
Your mother is the sweetest pie. She's the sweetest person I've met.
Your mom, she always does have a smile.
All
even when she's not smiling.
Even when she's mad, I say her smiling. Wow.
Yeah, she's a nice person.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was homeless, I can get her for $20.
I ain't gonna say that nice. She might throw a prayer your way.
I pray with you. I pray with you. I got money for you, but I pray for you.
I just don't like putting kids in a situation to make up them type of stats, because it's not the kids' fault.
I mean, true, but everybody is a number.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody's a number, but at the same time, why is that number so high? Why the number got to be so high?
I can't say I believe in falsifying stats, but sometimes stats can be fudge. I'm not accusing nobody.
I am. I agree. Y'all be fucking up. Y'all. I don't understand why y'all do that. Falsify numbers. Let's just add 10 more to that number. If y'all add 10 more to that number every day, now it's looking like 75% of the population is bad. You know what I'm saying? It went from.
Well, it's not. Well, you know what? You can't really. Okay, this is why the numbers is because it doesn't account for
any money. Let's be for real.
it.
Let's be 100%.
It's not what it is.
I guarantee you.
It has nothing to do with money.
If you, okay,
I would say it has something more to do with. We talking about the generational curses, so I mean, like, how is there money in there?
They get paid for the website.
Yes.
You get paid for the sponsorship.
I know you do. So if them numbers don't look good, oh well, this would say 35%. No, because we need somebody to really look at our stuff and pull our stuff. Because the more people that pull our stuff, we get paid more. Let's just bump it up to we'll say 50. Then next week it's 55. Week after that it's 75. It's all up to me. I think them companies ain't nothing but about money, bro. That's just me though. I understand that's not how you think, but that's just me. He know the stats. But the stats is fudge with money.
Anyways, moving on. Based on the stats provided in regards to business, does the third generation curse exist?
I don't think it's a curse. I mean,
if I pass my business down to my son, he passes it down to his son, but his son is like, well, I don't want to do that. And then the business just dissolves.
I don't think it's curse. It don't dissolve. He sells it off. I think the second is,
He don't even sell it because he don't know he can't sell it.
I mean, do you know the Ford family is still in the Ford family?
I understand that, but that's because
all them Fords is in the family.
I understand that, but the head of the Ford family is older. She's not young, or he's not young, whichever one it is. Okay. They're old. They're not 30. They're not 40.
No.
They're like 60, 70. Because they know the representation that they pulling is going to get them more money. Now, let's say they give it to a 40-year-old. Okay. Now he's sitting on all this money. He's looking good. He's flashy because he's going to be flashy. He owns Ford, right? Football, everything. He got everything. Yeah. If somebody comes to him with a number that he think he can't get, he'll sell it. But with Ford, the ones that's 7 years old, they know they probably already been to that number and they didn't pass that number. Okay. So they're not going to sell it because they're going to keep making money for their family. Okay. He's going to sell it because that's the number I don't think we'll be able to get. Okay. So guess what? All the Ford, all the family members nice out of work. But he's sitting nice.
Yeah, why you not to pass on this?
See? See what I'm saying?
I mean, I would be the first generation of the business. So if I'm the first generation of the business, I just wouldn't want to put that pressure on the next generation.
How is that pressure? You already got everything set up, and they just got to come in and run. Right. It's already.
But they may not want to do it though.
If they don't want to do it, you find somebody else in your family that want to do it.
I feel like I'll show them how the business runs, and then leave that up to them. If they don't want to, then okay, so be it. But don't be mad when your cousin sitting up here sitting nice.
Millions.
Because they decided to take over the business.
Exactly.
Look, all I'm saying is I ain't trying to pass down a drug empire to nobody. We all gotta get out the game because we got the hood curse. We black. Yep, exactly. You know.
100%.
What are you?
I thought you were about to say something. Oh shit.
She's like, I ain't like yo. I'm the lightest thing in the building. What you mean?
That's a fact though.
Sure.
I don't understand why we say it's a curse when how is it a curse handing down that much money? How is it a curse? It's not a curse.
I mean, no,
that's an investment. Well, he's getting a whole investment.
Well, money is kind of the root of all evil.
100%.
I find it as a pleasant evil.
If you give me a couple of million, I'll be evil than a motherfucker. What they call me?
Like you just said, it's a curse because if Ford had a 44-year-old,
He be flying shit as hell.
they don't care about the business.
But is it a curse or is it he just flaunting his money? It's not a curse.
You know, I can be cursed with winning the lottery.
Man, I wish that curse wasn't. I don't want no curses. I want to win a lottery though.
He's gonna agree with you. He's gonna be like, yeah, I want that curse. Wait a minute, hold on. Curse me with winning the lottery. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't think it's a curse when you handing down empire. That's an empire.
Okay, so
that's not.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so say you were cursed to live 30 years beyond your prime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and say your prime is 25. All right, so you'll live 30 years, so you're like 55.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
that's a curse.
Hold on.
Okay,
let me finish. So in your prime, in those 30 years, you amass a fortune. Mm-hmm. Okay, but in order to amass that fortune, you're going to die at 55, mm-hmm. and you have to pass it down to a willing successor. Mm-hmm. A willing successor. Okay. I mean, they have to take it, willingly. Right. Okay, it can't be forced. It can't, anything. They have to willingly take it. Right. Okay. So, would you be willing to take that curse?
And I know I die at 55.
You know you die at 55. You know at 55 you're going to die. It may not happen on your birthday, but in the realm of 55, or your 55th year, you're going to die somehow.
But if I don't take it, I still live past 55?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't take it.
Why?
Why? Because I want to live. I want to be able to still see my family.
But you get 30 good years of like riches.
Yeah,
that you could pass down.
But that still don't that don't fill my heart. That don't fill my joy. Okay. I'd rather be with a family.
Broken happy?
I could be broken and happy with my family.
I got you.
But it'd be a long, broken, happy family.
It's a possibility.
I could have, and you still could have millions and be miserable as fuck.
You could die for it.
Exactly. See what I'm saying?
And miss a whole 15 years.
So exactly. Or you can get it that day and walk out and somebody shoot you and try to rob you.
Facts.
So I'm not about money, bro. I've never been about money. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit, My wife happy, my kids happy, spoiled, yes. But me personally,
I do need a foster parent.
Bullshit.
Don't look this
you said they good, so exactly. Hey, take a little dependent.
You can share a foster kids.
So what you say? She been doing that all night. What y'all mind think about?
Ask you a question.
Anyway, I wasn't taking it.
Okay.
Same like Jeff was saying. I've never been about the money aspect of it. Okay. I just enjoy life.
Wow.
So you would take it.
He definitely would take it and pass it down on to his son.
Well, one thing I didn't mention was that you actually pass on the curse to the next generation. Because it's a generational curse.
See what I'm saying?
Well, I gotta die because you took it. It's a generational wealth curse.
But even when you're wealthy, man, you still got problems.
Of course.
I'd rather have the problems that I have now than to be worrying about how many people stealing my money.
I won't worry about that. I'd be worried about how I'm about to pay for this $20,000 oil change on this Bugatti. Do I really need that Bugatti for a $20,000 oil change? $30,000 tires.
I don't even want no car.
And you know that's how much you cost for a car change?
Yeah.
Like when they put the Bugatti up, they got to take 16 bolts out.
Yeah, I think it's 20.
Is that 20?
Yeah, I think it's 10 on one side, 10 on the other side.
Yeah,
I seen that same video.
And you got to drink all at the same time.
Yeah. No, I don't need all that, bro.
$20,000 oil change. Nobody really likes Chevys.
Bro,
I ain't saying nothing.
I already know what you like. Them little heavy heavy truck.
Heavy truck. Y'all be heavy, but won't blow away when the wind blows.
That's not what I meant.
Like, you got a heavy truck. What?
I meant to say the engine is too heavy for that truck. That's what I meant to say.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I mean, the only good thing about a truck, you got a lot of room in the backseat.
That's a fact.
And it's a bench.
That's a 100% fact. And the seats could go up, and it's almost like a bed.
It
ain't got no hump in the middle.
No hump in the middle.
Get some hump going now. I mean, my bad.
I think y'all both on the same page. That is so irritating.
My bad.
Look, you understand, you know?
I'm gonna stop going into that rabbit hole with you, man.
How's it my fault?
I'm gonna open that bitch up. Okay,
that's why it ain't my fault.
That's crazy.
All right, so we have that period of time where I want y'all final input, on this generational curse, not the generational wealth curse that I gave y'all, the trick question, but the generational curse and everything. What's your perspective? Do you think it is this? Do you think it not is this? Chey, we're gonna go ahead and start with you.
Just think it's a mindset, but I think it's a generational curse. I definitely do believe in generational curses. Definitely being passed down to each generation. That's pretty much it. But you were saying something about the third generation.
Third generation curse?
Yeah, what was that?
So the third generation curse is basically when something is passed down from the first to the second generation, the third generation squanders it all.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about as far as business was?
It can be business, it can be wealth.
Okay.
And I would think of the third generation in that sense, because that's pretty much applicable to businesses.
The third generation don't even care.
Yeah.
I gotta be this generation. I gotta be 2000s. My bad, bro. Let's see. I do believe in generational curses, but I also believe it's a mindset as well.
Okay.
Because for the simple fact, you can have a generational curse come down the line. You can.
Yeah.
But I also think you can stop it at any point in time, but you just got to put your mind to it. Unless you just say, oh, well, they did it, I might as well keep it going. I don't like you said. Your father had you at 21, you had your son at 21. Yeah. You're trying to break the curse.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So you have a mindset to break the curse.
Right.
If you just say, oh, well, fuck it. He did it, I did it, might as well keep going. That's the generational curse. But since you're smarter and more advanced now, why not break the curse? That's what I'm saying. It's a mindset also. Because at any point in time, a male, female, parent, whoever could get up and say, look, I had you at 17. I don't want you to have a baby at 17. And the way you're going to have a baby at 17. So this is what I'm going to do. We're going to do this together. We're going to take you out of this environment and put you here or something. You know what I'm saying? Right. I also think just because it's a generational curse, you hear it, that don't mean you have to keep falling in line of it. Sure. You know how you hear people be like, oh man, it's a generational curse. It's been in my family for years. That doesn't mean you got to keep going a wrong way. It's called a curse. That means that's bad. That's not something good.
Mm-hmm. True.
It also can be broken.
At any point in time, you have to have the mindset to do it. If you don't have the mindset to do it, guess what? You fall right in line with the same stupid shit. Sure. Once again, it's also a hood curse. That could be broken at any time too. Right. You just gotta get money. If they got funds coming into the hood, building it up, guess what? Now we got jobs. Guess what go away? Niggas stand on the corner selling drugs.
Really?
Yeah. If you give the hood jobs, that can pay
That
for it.
addict, though.
That addict got to go somewhere else then, or that addict gonna be broken. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody on the corner not selling drugs. Everybody got good jobs. They can feed their family. They can buy clothes. They can get cars. It can be broken, but we need help breaking it. Okay. If we don't get the help breaking it, it's going to continue. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. No, that's a good thought that you had there.
Here we go.
What? Here we go.
Appreciate you saying that, man.
So, this is my thought on this, and I'm gonna kind of jump in and out of
Reality, you got
it. Don't listen to Jeff. So when we talk about generational curses, and one thing I want to touch on is when Jeff No Chase basically stated that he said hood curses. And I can't agree with hood curses. And the reason why I don't agree with hood curses is because it's basically just oppression, is what it is. It's basically systematic oppression that happens in the neighborhood of a lot of African American people, so they cannot succeed or go beyond the means that they want to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And that's systematic. Now, can you come out of that system? You can. As a mother, as a father, you see what the system for what it is. Your kid can't see the system for what it is. Your child can't see it because their mind can't comprehend it at that moment. But you can, and you can create and develop them in a way where they don't have to fall into the systematic trap. They don't have to be on welfare. They don't have to get pregnant early. They don't have to be in the environment. They can't be what they were so called the product of my environment. There is no such thing as a product of my environment, because at the end of the day, it's still a choice on whether you want to stay there or not. I made an active decision to move my son to the suburbs. I didn't want to stay in Detroit. I knew what it meant to live in Detroit. I don't have anything against my city, but I knew what it meant to live in Detroit because I grew up in Detroit. I knew the experiences that I had in Detroit. And I knew from my experiences what that would mean for him, being outside, hanging with other kids, and being around particular individuals, not children, individuals that may not have the same value that I'm instilling in him, and he's gathering stuff from them. His circle becomes of individuals that are not like-minded, like the values that we have. Okay, so if we put that in perspective, the reason why I moved him out to the suburbs is not only because it was cheaper, but it afforded us a better opportunity at a different type of living. And I don't think without that situation, we would have prospered as much as we would have had we just stayed in the city and hung around the hoods. Got into it with the neighbors. Because I can tell you, there was one event where me and the neighbor was about to go blow to blow. He was going to lose his life. I ain't even going to lie to you. Oh, boy was about to get that clapping. I ain't talking about smacking hands, bro. But, knowing that my father grew up in the hood and some of the things that he did in the neighborhoods, and knowing that I grew up in the hood and some of the things I did in the neighborhood, prompted me to move my son out into the suburbs. It wasn't because I hated the city. It's because that I knew of the lack of opportunities that the city had provided at that point in time. Now, Detroit made a great comeback and provided a lot of opportunities, but at the time, it wasn't a lot of opportunities there. And to kind of get away from some of those stereotypes that was being presented in the neighborhoods and that systematic oppression, I had to move me and my son out of the city. So when we talk about generational curses, it's not necessarily a generational curse in a sense of what a belief or a sin or something like that is. It's more so the mindset that is traveled or given from one generation to the next. So if I have a mindset that I'm never going to be anything, and then I put that same mindset in my child saying that they're not going to be anything, they're going to turn around and put that same mindset into their child. I mean, we all seen the shows. We've seen, some people that had the conversations, and the kids that have become a success. My parent promoted me, pushed me, and did all the positive things so I could succeed. But then you also hear about the ones that do the interviews when they were in jail. My parents wasn't there for me. My parents always yelled at me. You know, they didn't care about what I did. They wasn't involved in my life. So you as a parent have to be the one in the forefront to make that change for that child. If you don't want that child to be in the same situation as you have to be transparent. You have to be honest. There's a lot of parents out there that don't want to talk about their past because they feel like their past is not for their kids to understand and know. My past is open. My past is for my son to know, because the things that I've been through is going to be the same things that's going to guide you to get past to the same stuff that you're going to be in. Because remember, the game don't never change, only the players. So when you realize that, these people are still doing the same thing that they were doing way back in the day. They still selling drugs on the corner. People still fighting. People still killing people for no apparent reason. But you still have that mindset. You still have that energy to be able to promote and push the next generation in the right direction and not the wrong direction. Okay? So that's my piece. You know what I'm saying? That's my piece. And I didn't get as amped up as I normally do. You know, I did it in calm fashion. Yeah. I was good. Whatever. This is MNG, Jeff, no chaser, and our special guest Chey, because she loves us so much. She got the podcast book, so she's gonna come out and hang out with us some more. Hey, we gonna catch y'all on the next recording. Hey, peace. Our AV engineer fucking up.
This is a little sweet.
On the job.
There's a lot of things going on. Hold on.